So in this video, I would like to talk about, this is probably controversial, but I would like to talk about how the Holy Spirit appears as a trickster, in the sense that you can never one-up the Holy Spirit, but excuse me, someone who is self-righteous will be unconsciously trying to one-up the Holy Spirit, and will consider that when it cannot, just like when Jesus rose from the dead and Satan realized he was played, you have no choice but to feel tricked. But what you're actually feeling is your ignorance. There's no trick about that. You're ignorant. We all are. Welcome to Earth, where they keep vital information away from its inhabitants. Sick, right? Philippians 4, verse... Even I, have to swallow my pride. Every day. Many times over. Because who the heck am I? Often it's just who taught you that? Let's teach you something else. And this is the Holy Spirit, who I trust wholeheartedly, and I cannot be suspicious of. That's what I was gonna say, is if we are suspicious of our own intuition, it's a hold up with the Holy Spirit, because you can't one up the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit will prove itself. You invited and you are in love with the Holy Spirit, then you will sing love songs to the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is a trickster and will touch many people with your love songs, and they will think that love song is for them. And it is. It's from the Holy Spirit, loving them. Not me. I can't love that many people. Come on. I mean, I could try. I mean, I could think I am. But I'm not that nice, for one. So my love is, faulty. But the Holy Spirit is here to perfect it. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! I would like to read Philippians 4, starting in verse 8. Let's get my, good side here. From now on, brothers and sisters, if anything is excellent and if anything is admirable, focus your thoughts on these things. All that is true, all that is holy, all that is just, all that is pure, all that is lovely, and all that is worthy of praise, practice these things. Whatever you learned, received, heard, or saw in us, the God of peace will be with you. All right. And I'm going to read from Colossians chapter 1. This is a hymn about Christ's work. I'm going to read it. The Son is the image of the invisible God, the one who is first over all creation. Because all things were created by him, both in the heavens and on the earth, the things that are visible and the things that are invisible, whether they are thrones or powers, or rulers or authorities, all things were created through him and for him. He existed before all things, and all things are held together in him. He is the head of the body, the church, who is the beginning, the one who is firstborn from among the dead, so that he might occupy the first place in everything. Because all the fullness of God was pleased to live in him, and he reconciled all things to himself through him. Whether things on earth or in the heavens, he brought peace through the blood of his cross. Once you were alienated from God, and you were enemies with him in your minds, which was shown by your evil actions. But now he has reconciled you by your physical body through death, by his physical body through death, to present you before God as a people who are holy, faultless, and without blame. But you need to remain well established and rooted in faith, and not shift away from hope. Not shift away from hope given in the good news that you heard. This message has been preached throughout all of creation under heaven. This message has already been preached throughout all of creation under heaven. This was like Paul talking. And I, Paul, became a servant of this good news. This is what God says about you. He says, hey you, so-and-so, beloved, precious one, little stinker, you're my favorite. You, this love song's for you. This art piece is for you. This prophecy is for you. The prophecy of life is for you. That's what God says, because you're my favorite. The Holy Spirit says, you're my favorite. And something in you says, no, I'm not, and I'll prove it. And the Holy Spirit says, all right, sit right here while you try to prove it. And when you can't prove it, you'll say to the Holy Spirit, you tricked me. You must be a trickster. And the Holy Spirit says, I'm still here, aren't I? I'm still slurring my words. I'm still here, aren't I? Usually a trickster's nowhere to be found. A sly fox disappears. But the Holy Spirit just illuminates and reflects until you see where the trickster is. The trickster's in her flesh. The Holy Spirit says, if you will allow me, I'll come forth through your flesh and burn away that trickster. And you and I will go into Foreverland together. Woo! Hot dog. That's what we say. Hot diggity dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog.